Is it a great day to be alive and in a golf simulator in 2025 or what? I'm super pumped about today's video. Today we're going to be testing out Uneekor Gameday. We've seen it at the PGA show for a couple years now. I got our hands on it. We got the full beta mode behind us. We're going to walk you through all the features, and that video is coming at you right now. All right, thanks again for watching and welcome back. Here at Garage Golf, we provide information on golf products, golf equipment, golf technology, and pretty much anything golf related. So if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, click that bell notification so you're alerted of more new videos like what you're watching here today. And as always, make sure to join our Facebook group. I'll put the link down below. That's where you can go and interact with other Garage Golf members, ask any questions. But of course, as always, I'm your main point of contact. Reach out to me anytime at roland@mygaragegolf.com. Especially if you're looking for help with building out a golf simulator. That's what we do now full time. I'm looking forward to helping you. And the great thing is there's no markup at all to work with me. I'm just here to give you honest advice, and we will walk you through that part of the process every step of the way. All right, so today we're going to be testing out Gameday. Jumping straight into this video, what I'm going to do, number one, again, remember, this is a beta for now. This is something that's going to be released in full here shortly, and we have access to this for about 30 days. So I'm going to walk you through the Gameday software. I've done some testing initially. I am very, very impressed with it. I like the fact that there's going to be two monitors. So you're going to see the Gameday software behind me. And we're also going to pop up like an overlay screen so you can see both screens. And just so you're aware, in order to use Gameday, you will need a dual monitor setup. So part of it is on one screen, all the menu stuff that you're doing. The other part of it is going to be on your main screen. So you do need a dual monitor setup for Gameday, just so you're aware. Right now, this beta is free. I'm going to walk you through how to set up the beta really quickly because it did take me a couple tries to get it figured out. And then we're going to jump right into that software and walk you through everything, play a couple holes. Let me know if you have any questions as we go throughout this entire process. All right, so what I had to do in regards to setting up Gameday is I got an email, first of all. It walks you through the beta. You should get an email if you're already a Uneekor user now. And what I went into was actually licenses. And you had to do two things. Number one, you want to check the box that says software, enable experimental beta updates for preview. You check that box there. And I did check this one too, even though it doesn't apply to Gameday. Enable experimental beta updates for preview for the launch monitor, just so you're aware. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go to licenses, and you're going to see the Gameday beta test here. So all I had to do was check that box. And then I went into my start menu. And the very first thing it had was Gameday, and it said basically to update it or activate it, and I did that. And that was pretty much it. But if you don't do the part where you go into settings and you select this box here, enable experimental beta updates for preview, then it will not run Gameday. So just make sure that you do that, and then you're set to go. It'll go ahead and activate it and update it for you. And then when you go in, you're going to click the start button. We click start, and that's how we'll get Gameday up and running. Pretty quick process. Also, I'm going to do another video on this shortly, but on my IXO, in this case, I had an update. And also on View, I believe. And we're going to be talking about the AI trainer here in another video. So make sure you check for any updates on that as well and enable that like we talked about in the settings, because AI trainer is out. I'm going to show you a video on that here as well here shortly. All right, so pretty cool. You see it's very simple to get access to the beta. And again, this is something that's going to be rolling out in full here probably in the next month or so, I would assume, through Uneekor. But through my testing, again, very, very impressed with Gameday. So let's get to showing you some of that. I'm going to walk you back to the computer. I'm going to show you some of the settings. And again, you're going to have two different monitors, one that shows one thing, the other that shows the actual gameplay behind me. I'm going to walk you to the computer. We're going to show you some of the settings, how you set it up, what some of the modes look like. And again, because this is a beta, some of this stuff probably isn't accessible yet. But so far, I've been pretty impressed with what we have. Not to the full extent of something like GS Pro. Obviously, this thing's brand new. I don't know how many courses are going to roll out total, but I think somewhere right now we have about 25. And there are some in the United States and some outside. So let's go ahead and show you a little bit more about that. And then I will go ahead and get this started. We'll show you some gameplay and see what your thoughts are at home as well. All right, so here is one of the two screens that you're gonna see. And the cool thing with this is, like, this is my monitor screen. This is gonna be what we see as we're playing the game, essentially. And I'm gonna show you this as we continue to go through the process. But fun with friends, we have scramble mode, foursomes, and four ball. We don't have as many as some of the others yet. But again, remember, this is something that is a work in progress. It's still a beta. Then we have the round play. You can do local play. You can do online matches between you and a friend. So that looks really cool. And that's something that down the road looks like we're also going to have leagues. So that's nice. It does have mini games, wedge challenge, longest drive, closest to the pin. and a practice mode, driving range, and course practice. So this is everything here. Under options, we're going to have distance unit yards, speed unit miles per hour, green unit feet, whole intro on. Camera view is action. I will change that, I think. I'm going to show you action, but I'm going to see if I can change that later and show you follow mode. I'm not a huge fan of the action mode, but that's just my personal thing. And now you see our swing cameras there. And then 3D text guide, I'm going to show that. You can hide that as well. So this is going to be like the distances, I think, that kind of stuff. Some people like it. I like it a lot, and some people don't. That's okay. Shows our cameras, effect volume, like nice view of my stomach, obviously, which is cool. Effect volume, background volume, screen selects. When you first set this up, you can pick which one you want as your primary, which one you want as your secondary. So really cool stuff there. All right, so pretty neat. And this is cool. I didn't know this as far as when I did my initial testing where you can change the camera view. So I'm going to do that also here in a little bit. But I want to show you both. All right, so let's start with just a quick practice mode. All right, let's go into the driving range. And again, they do have course practice as well, but I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 shots on the driving range really quickly and see what that kind of looks like and give you a good feel for that part first. All right, so here in the practice room, we have the Oasis range. You have the distance again. You can change everything, stimp meter, handiness, and ball trajectory. So I'm going to go ahead and click start. I am right-handed, so we're going to click start and show this program. All right, so we have the practice range up behind us, and as you can see, it's not just a static practice range. We got water splashing, we have balloons flying, birds going across. So graphically, pretty impressive in my opinion. So let's hit a shot. I'm just going to hit a quick 9-iron. I'm not going to stay in this mode too long. I'm just going to show you maybe 1 shot and then some of the data. Let's hit 1 shot and see if we don't mess this up, hopefully. And I'll get you some more info as far as what you see with this program. All right, hooked that really bad. So try to keep things 100% real here. So we saw our ball flight, instant ball flight, really cool. See our trajectory. Let's hit 1 more shot just to see what happens with that tracer, if that stays on there, or if that disappears as well. I'm gonna hit 1 more 9-iron shot. I do have a couple stickers on this club from another device. You do not need stickers necessarily to make this work with everything, but just keep that in mind. A much better shot there. I have a 9-iron in my hand. See some numbers at the bottom. We're getting ball speed, club speed, smash factor, side spin, back spin, launch angle, side angle, club path, carry, and distance. So what I want to do, and you probably see it here on the screen because it's overlaid, but I want to take you to the computer and show you a little closer and show you some of the data points that you get as well on the other monitor. All right, so here's what we call, this is called the exercise room when you're on the driving range. And the first thing I want to show you is our video replay of our swing. And again, you do see the stickers. Those are not the Uneekor stickers. That's for another device. You can click play and see where we made contact with that ball. We can go over here to the side and let's show you the swing view. Now again, I do have this dark in here. So it does show your swing view and you can click play. And you can drag it, I believe, where that would show your swing at different points. So that's really neat. But again, the darker your environment, the less you're gonna be able to see, but still pretty cool. I have my camera lights on so you see that a little bit. You can save the scene. See my shot, good or bad. That's scene 1, scene 2, based upon the different shots, I believe. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Okay, so swing view, approach practice. Let's see what that does. So that's going to set the distance. This is like a way for you to work on your game and set distances and certain things as well, which is really nice. You can even work on putting practice. So that's neat. Now we have the ability to work on putts with the Uneekor Gameday software and work on any kind of putting you want to do. Again, we got the swing view, continuous, where you just go through shots, resets, and then you can even adjust settings in here as well. So again, all of our settings that we're looking for. Ball trajectory once, when I was asking about the tracer, you can see that. I can show none, once, or all. So I like just leaving the 1. That's fine with me, but it is cool that you have the ability to change that part of it. So really quickly and easily, this is the practice range. I'd like to show, because I have not tested it, I want to show you putting practice just as an example. So set the distance. Let's just do like 10 foot, I guess. And again, you can do like a randomizer, I believe, where you can set it between. I'm just going to leave it at 10 foot. And I'm going to click apply. Now let's just say 10 to 16, right? Just as an example. Let's click apply here. And now we're going to have our putting set up. Let me take you back to the other screen now. Okay, so we're still on the practice mode, but now you see I've switched it over to putting. Again, anywhere between 10 and 16 feet as an example. You can change that to whatever you want. And I'm going to try to work on an 11-foot putt. So let's go ahead and hit a putt really quickly. Okay, we made that putt. And now we have a 12-foot putt. So really cool. So it's just a little randomizer, practice mode. Let's hit one more, and then I'll show you a video replay of that part, because you do get putting data and analysis as well. So I made that one. Let's hit one more. Hit that one too soft, of course. So let's show you that one, because I like to keep it real. On the monitor, you'll be able to see your actual contact with your putter as well. So you're going to see your target line, and you'll be able to see, obviously I was a little bit right of that target line with my club face. It wasn't completely square when I made contact with the ball. But really neat stuff. I mean, you're going to be able to see, everything that you need to see to work on your game. And of course, I came up a little short with that. Even swing view with your putter, so you can see your putting stroke. Really, really cool stuff. And all of this is located in the practice session. So lots of cool stuff. And of course, approach would work the same way, where you set different distances. We're not going to go into this one too much right now. But it's nice. You have the ability to hit driving shots, full shots, approach shots, and putting all in one screen, all in one setting. Really, really cool stuff. All right, let's check the next setting, and we're going to go into mini games, and let's take a look at what we have there. We have a wedge challenge, we have longest drive, and we have closest to the pin. So we're going to tackle one of these here just to show you. Let's go ahead and try closest to the pin, and let's click new game. And we have famous hole number 7 at Pebble Beach. Let's do that one. That's a fun one to do for sure. So if you're having a bunch of friends over, you're doing something where you just want to have a really cool setup, you can do it closest to the pin match. And I'm going to hit confirm. And now this is going to take us back to our main screen, and we'll see how this is set up. Again, this is the first time I'm going through a lot of this stuff as well. One other thing, you can go to the actual map and click on the map where you want to aim. I have a touch screen here as an example. So if I want to aim the right side, left side, everything like that, I have the ability to do that. Right now the wind is not set, so we're just going to aim straight at the flagstick. And we have 108 yards, but massively, obviously if you know this hole, massively downhill. Let's take a shot here. All right, so we have Pebble Beach, and obviously 107 yards, but we are almost 10 yards downhill. I'm going to try hitting a wedge. I think that may be too much. Let's hit one shot, and we'll see. And let's see how this works here as far as setting a distance. Good, bad, whatever it may be. And I duffed it, so that's going to be bad probably. But let's see. Never know. Well, I'll take that duff, obviously. Not bad at all. All right, so 8.97 yards, or 8.97 feet from the flagstick. And that's going to set a standard now as far as the distance that we're trying to aim for. So let's hit one more shot. Let's duff it again, hopefully, because that was really good. We'll take it. I hit one more, and then I'll show you the video on it again. That's bad. So just as an example, obviously in the bunker that time, try again. Didn't hit the green. Let's hit one more. Right again. All right, well, the duff one turns out to be the best one. But let's look at an example of that shot on the screen here really quick. On the screen, again, you'll get the replay where you made contact with the ball. See how that ball came off that club face. Also a front-facing view of where you made contact with it. It is not showing me the swing view on this particular mode for whatever reason. That's okay. This is just more of a mini game mode. But really, really cool. Again, 8.97 feet. Not my best shot. I duffed it, but turned out okay. And if you have a bunch of people over, this would be a really fun mode to keep people entertained and continuously work on trying to get closer to that flagstick. And of course, longest drive and wedge challenge, I'm assuming that works very similar. Longest drive, whoever hits the longest drive, you just keep hitting shots over and over again. Very similar concept. So really cool stuff. And I'm sure you're going to see more mini games as we go. But lots to keep you entertained, obviously, here. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this whole download. I think the really cool part about this is the round play. Let's click on round play really quick, and I'm going to hit new game here. And again, if you have the ability to add up to 8 people with this, set handicaps, I believe, based upon your Uneekor profile, I'm assuming. You can go in there or just adjust that under settings, possibly. But I'm just going to start, just play a quick round, or a quick couple of holes for you guys here. Hit continue. And I've only downloaded 2 courses so far. Again, we have, I believe, 25 courses. You can click on one, download it. It takes not very long, maybe a couple of minutes per course. But let's play Pebble Beach. And we're going to hit continue. And I'm just going to play a custom, quick couple things for you here. We're going to play 7, 8, and so we got a par 3, a par 4, and we'll do 1 par 5. We'll play which 3 holes here today for you guys. Let's pick hole number 2. So we're going to play 1 of each hole for you guys. I'm going to hit confirm. And I think we're ready to roll here. So we'll try to keep this as honest as possible for you guys. Show you all the good shots, all the bad shots. Hit continue. I don't want to be tour for difficulty. I'm going to put this on pro. You have different options. Putt, gimme option, grid lines, putting guidelines, gimme distance is 5 feet. I'm going to leave everything pretty much standard. Mulligans, I only have 3 mulligans. And I'm going to click start. I'm not going to use any mulligans hopefully today. I'm just going to keep this real and show you guys how that works. Starts off with a flyover of the hole, which is really neat. Shows you exactly what you're looking at in regards to it. Even shows you the heat map for the actual green. So, a couple things. One, the big yardage on the bottom right. Some people love it and some people don't. You can turn that on or off, I believe, on the settings that we talked about. I did not change the settings. I'm just going to show you the standard mode. But I do want to test that follow mode on the camera to see which one I like more, because I think I'm going to like the follow mode. I'm not sure if I can do that mid-round or not. So if it can, I'm going to show you after the fact. But let's go ahead and hit this first driver shot. 457 yards to the actual hole. And let's see how we do. See, so this is more like a TV presentation style where it kind of changes the view. Kind of throws me off a little bit. It shows you your distance at the bottom, 208.5. Everything really cool as far as where I'm at. It also shows me my total distance to the flagstick now is 250.6. We have our map up at the top right. Pretty much everything you see there. You also see the overlay here, but I'm going to take you to the monitor one more time and show you a couple more things. First thing I want to do is I want to show the map. So you can click where you want to aim on the map here on the side, either with your mouse or with the touchscreen. So I'm going to aim pretty much right for where I'm at here. If you want to lay up or something, you could push that. Then you'd have another shot essentially. So let's try to see where we're at here. I'm not sure if we have rough there. No, I'm just going to go for it. Let's just go straight for the flagstick. All right, and then of course on the side you're going to see our shots. So again, it's going to show you your total distance, total carry, remaining distance, all your numbers that you see on the screen. Your video replay of your club. Again, kind of dark in here. You're not going to see that perfectly, but if it's a little bit lighter, you'll have the ability to see that a little easier. Swing view again. It's going to show my swing. Good, bad, ugly, all of in between pretty much. So that's neat. I do like that. I really love this feature. One thing I'd like to see, I'm not sure if we'll have a setting for this. I'd like this to pop up right after your shot automatically. That'd be cool instead of having to go click on it. But that is something that I do like a lot, to see that information. Penalty drop grids, course view. If you click course view, you get kind of like a map overlay, flyby area that we saw kind of at the beginning. So we don't need to see that right this second. And then scorecard. So lots of cool stuff. But this is your whole screen. Also your clubs. You can pick your clubs. Right now it has me hitting the 3-wood. You know, I'm not sure how important it's going to be for you to pick these and if it saves all that data at the end or not. So really a lot of times you don't have to necessarily do that, but it is something that if you wanted to update it, you can definitely do that. I'll probably hit a 5-iron here as an example. and we're ready to hit our next shot. So this is kind of the overlay. You're going to see this on the side as I continue to play. I won't keep going back and forth every time unless there's something specific I want to show you. But I just thought I'd like to show you that initially because it's really cool how you have the whole dual screen thing. But really, in this case, it's all one program working interactively with each other. All right, so we have still a long way to go. I'm going to use a 5-iron, see if we can get it a little bit closer and get us in range here. Let's hit a shot. Okay, good stroke, but didn't really aim myself where I needed to. Hit a good shot. 157 carry, 165 total distance. And now that's going to put me at 87 yards, but a nice big tree in the way. Isn't that just like real life? Let's take our next shot now. Bottom right-hand corner shows me that I'm in the rough. Obviously, it's going to penalize me. In this case, I do like the fact that it tells me it's going to be a 10% penalty, right? So if you know you hit a shot 100 yards, now you're only going to hit it 90 yards, even if you flush that shot. So I am going to try to get there with a wedge, just because I am in the rough. So let's maybe a 3/4 wedge, somewhere around there. I'm going to try to get it over this tree, though, and it does also show you your slope. And then again, upper right-hand corner, stimp meters 10. It's going to show you the high end, the low end on the heat map as well, so you know kind of where that's going to break. So let's hit the shot and see how we do here. That's more of the follow view. I do like that a little bit better, I think. Hit it a little hard on the fringe. So now we'll be able to take a chip shot. But I kind of like that follow view. I didn't switch it, but I do kind of like the follow view better than that presentation style view because it's just a little bit more disorienting. All right, we got 44 yards away, or 44 feet away. Yep, 44 feet, 4 inches. Let's hit a putt. I'm going to see if I need to change it to a putter in this situation, or if I can just straight up putt right off the fringe. All right, so we're ready to putt, and right before I did this, I went to the computer, and I actually clicked a little bit right with my mouse of the flagstick. As you can tell, this putt's going to break pretty significantly. I'll check and see if there's a setting that auto-aligns putt. I'm not sure if in the beta that setting exists or not. But I'm going to aim a little bit right, and now all I'm doing really is hitting straight in here. So 44 feet. I'm not really sure on speed, so let's see how hard we have to hit this. Hit it pretty hard. Oh, close. And it still rolled, so it's pretty fast. That's good. I prefer a little bit faster game. Again, it's a 10 on the stimp meter. I think you can adjust that. And again, aiming wise, there is a feature on there that says putting grid line. I'm going to show you that really quick. Okay, if I go into the settings under right here under where it says players, I click on that. You have the ability to add players. So even mid-round, I think you could possibly add a player, which is nice. You see down here on the bottom right, it says putting grid line. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on and see if that changes anything. Also, if you have an IXO2 and you have the treble mat, you can turn that feature on as well. So I'm going to add that putting guideline thing. Doesn't look like you have the ability to change the camera view. So I'm going to have to show you that a little bit afterwards. But let's go ahead and confirm there. And we're ready to take this putt now, which is going to be another 15-footer. All right, so now 15 feet away. It didn't do the putting line on this one, but maybe on the next shot it would. So I'm going to aim a little left here. And you got 15 feet, pretty fast as we can tell. And of course, that time I ran a whole lot slower. So I'm still outside the line, or outside the gimme circle. And I don't see a putting guideline still. So not quite sure what setting that is, but I'll take a look at it here in a minute. 6 feet 4 inches. And I missed it again. Isn't that garage golf for you, though? Double bogey. Moving on to the next hole. Okay, we're on hole number 7 again of Pebble Beach. I'm going to show you one quick thing. I'm going to show the actual flyover in case you want to see it. We'll leave it on this monitor here on the big screen. So there's a button that says course view. If I click it, just so you can see it, that's what it will look like. Little flyover there, obviously. We don't want to miss right because we don't want to end up being in the water. But not like I have a ton of control over that, obviously. I do like how it shows the bunker 82 and the green edge at 85 yards. and we're aiming 99 yards to the hole. I'm going to try to use a 50-degree wedge, and let's see if we can get it down there and hopefully close. Maybe left and long and really, wow, really long. All right, well, hit that been better, but a lot closer this time. And we're in the rough, 16 yards away. All right, 16 yards away. Again, if you look at the heat map, it looks like I am breaking away from that flag, so I don't want to go too long. I'm assuming that the blue means that that's the lowest part of the green, obviously, and the red being the top part of the green. So we got 16 yards, and it does show me to the green edge, 7.5 yards. Love, love, love that feature, how it shows me how far I have to carry it to reach the front of that green. So let's take this shot. Doesn't mean I can do it, but I like how I know, at least. All right, let's hit this shot here. Oh, those greens are fast at 10. Thought that was a really good shot. All right, let's putt it out. All right, so again, if you look, there's a feature that says putting guideline, and I turned it on, and I hit confirm, right? And I didn't see anything show up on the screen. But if I go back in there again, and I go back to putting guideline, it's off again. So no matter how many times I turn it on, it's off once I've started the round. So I'm not sure if that's a beta thing or not. Maybe one little glitch that I've caught so far, but it is something that I would like. Obviously, you want the ability to change a setting if you want to in the middle of a round, unless it's like a tournament or something. I don't see why you shouldn't have that ability. So that is something that we need to kind of take a look at and see if that's a glitch or not with this particular program. All right, so now we got a 12-foot putt. It's going to break a little to my left, so I'm going to try to get this hopefully in the hole, if not at least in the gimme circle. Nice. All right, made a putt for par. We're moving on to the third and final hole. All right, third and final hole. This is going to be the par 4. It's going to be 380 yards, and it's hole number 8. One visual observation I'd like to make on this that I'd like to see, this view when you're about to tee off is almost a little too zoomed in for me, like as far as to know where. It's almost like you see the map up there. I'm maybe right in the middle of the fairway, but when I see it on the big screen, I don't have any kind of indicator as to like where exactly my aim point is. So I'd like to see what you have up there, a little triangle or something, kind of with an arrow. Hey, this is where you're aiming. I think that would be really cool because it's almost too close where it feels like where exactly am I at here, in relation to this map. So I'm just gonna hit a 5-iron here and see, hopefully I can get one within a range where I can hit the green on my second shot, just because this is a layup hole and I don't have 300-yard driver distance, obviously. But let's hit a shot here. And I duffed it. Wah. Yeah, and again, the presentation style is not my favorite when it's not following the ball. So I'm gonna change that in a minute and show you guys that. So let's hit this second shot now. Gonna be really far away still, 257 yards. Let's see what club I pull out of the bag. All right, so second shot, this is another good example. Like, obviously, if you look at the map on the right, you got water all to my right, and there's a big cliff and a drop off from where we're at here to right in front of me. But on the map, because it's not raised up that high, you're not seeing that. You're just seeing kind of a flat area, like, hey, I could hit right straight and be fine. But in reality, I'm having to clear an entire rocked area. So I guess visually that's how you'd see it on a course, but being in a sim, I'd like to have the ability to have that a little more elevated to see what you see. That's, if I'm being nitpicky, that's really the only thing that I've not loved about it so far. But it is something that may come into play. If you don't pay attention, you hit it right into the water. And if you're not skilled enough, you hit it right into the water. So let's hit a shot here and see which one we are. Well, we got it over the water, but not towards the flag. So 186 total, 174.5. I'm in the rough. And again, yeah, kind of a little bit deceiving. Now this one's downhill. You can see that it's downhill really nice. But when there's a drop off or a cliff, and because of how flat it is, it's something that you definitely have to pay more attention to, I think, than some other programs possibly. All right, so some of the strong points again of what Gameday does. I know exactly how far it is to the edge of the bunker, 83.7 yards. I know exactly what I have to hit the green edge at 98.1 yards and 109.7 to the flag stick itself. Maybe having a one that shows the back of the green would also be cool, but Again, just nitpicky stuff there. So I am downhill. I'm going to use a wedge here, see if I can keep it on the green. Let's hit the shot. Okay, so we're on the green. And let's see how far of a putt we're going to have. And we are looking at 34 feet for our putt. And we need this for par. So let's see how we do. All right, again, about 35 feet basically to make this putt. It is going uphill. And we are 1 feet 5 inches uphill for this putt. So last time I crushed a putt, I'm going to try a little less. But again, this one is uphill. So I've already aimed using the mouse. So let's see if we can get it up there. Presentation style is cool, but also because I was hitting forward and it was then going sideways, kind of throws me off a little bit. Let me know your thoughts on the presentation mode, and if that's something you like. I love how it zoomed right by the hole. I thought I was going to make it. It played with my emotions, and then it crushed me at the end. So I got a bogey. So which 3 holes today? We are what? +3. Pretty common, but we'll take it. Let me know what you thought of the game day gameplay. I'll try saying that 3 times. Game day gameplay. And let me know what you thought about that. I'm going to see if I can show you a couple other features before we end this video here. All right, one other thing I wanted to show you, other than local play, and where you would play rounds with your friends that are in your location, and I think this is where League will come in later too, which is going to be really exciting. Let's click on Online Match, right? So let's say I have a Uneekor device, and my friend across the United States has a Uneekor device. We want to play a round of golf together using Game Day. All I got to do is click on New Game. I'm going to create a room. And then obviously whatever courses you have downloaded, all of them would be part of that process, which I will have all these downloaded here shortly. Let's just say Bell Selva, and it looks like that's in Japan. And I click on that, and I could put round play, 4-ball play, foursome play, scramble, and number of players, 8. I can do anywhere between 2 all the way up to 8. Let's just say 2 for now. And then password, if you want to put in a password, you could type it in there. Then we would hit continue. You set up all the features of the round that you want to play. And again, something like putting guideline. Putting guideline is just off. I think that's why. Probably just a beta thing. So we looked at that earlier. It didn't let me change it in the initial settings. So I don't think I can put that on for the putting guideline right now. And then you would hit continue. And then it basically shows that I've joined. You have a friend join. You guys play around the golf together. Looks really, really cool. Not sure about capability of the ability to talk to each other. I know with some other programs, you can use something like Discord, and you can join a Discord chat lobby and then chat with other people, which is cool. You could obviously use your Bluetooth phone if you wanted to, but I'd like, if possible, if there was a way to do it, I'd like to see a microphone feature where you can literally have a chat lobby in here where you can talk to each other. You can type each other, which is nice, but to be actually physically talk to each other would be really cool. And then once the other person's joined, you would start the match and you'd be able to play online against each other. So kudos to Uneekor for getting that kind of up and running, because I know this is something that's been needed with a lot of launch monitor companies. GS Pro does it the best by far. I won't even lie about that part. But I think these companies can catch up and get there. And I'm really, really impressed with the Game Day software, with everything that they're doing. A couple little nitpicky things that I talked about, but other than that, really, really impressed with everything. All right, so one last thing before we finish is the camera viewing. Let's put it on follow. And then one other thing we talked about was the 3D text guide. If you don't like it, you want to hide it, let's hide it. So let's click accept. Let's go into local play. Click another quick hole. I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 shots, if that. I just want to see if those things have been corrected now. And we're going to play Bell Selva in Japan. And we're going to hit continue. And again, certain features, as far as the putting thing, everything like that, even the stroke play on here in this particular setup aren't on there. You have pin position as well, center, front, back. So right, I'll leave it there just as an example. Hit continue. And putting guideline, again, you cannot adjust that. So that's just something that right now we can't do. All right, perfect. And blue tees as an example. Tour difficulty, I don't know why it sets to that, but I'm going to leave it at pro. Let's hit start. And let's see how that looks now. All right, so the first thing you notice, the big block letters on the bottom right of the screen are gone. So it did fix that. I personally like it. I'd like to hear your thoughts at home. Do you like the big numbers on the right of the screen or not? I mean, you still get it without it. 318.4, I know exactly what my distance is. I just think it's a cool thing to have, and it doesn't really block anything, but if you want a cleaner setup, obviously you can eliminate that. Let's hit the shot now. And of course, you saw that it was in like a presentation mode last time. So I want to hit a shot and see how this looks with the follow mode. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, follow mode to me is a much better option. I like the way that it looks better personally. It's just a little bit disorienting when you hit a shot and it takes a different angle than what you're expecting. Not like it affects what your ball does after you hit it, but it's just, to me, I just like that look a little bit better. Let's hit one more shot. All right, one more shot, and we're gonna hit a wedge here. Again, 106 yards to the green edge. See how this follow mode looks. Yeah, follow mode for me is the way to go. Okay, so pretty cool. I like that part. I like the follow mode better, personally. I do like auto aligning the putts so I don't have to go back and forth to the computer and do that because I feel like it saves a lot of time. So I'm sure that's just a beta thing, but it's definitely something I'd like to see in the program as well. All right, one last thing that I didn't cover with you guys that I thought I'd share with you really quickly is the courses. So we have Bell Selva, Pebble Beach, Blue Hill Challenger A and B, Blue Hill Championship, Brookside CW Coiner, Catholic Soul Country Club of Roswell, Longview, Muddentown Country Club, Paju, Rams Hill Golf Club, Rich Harvest Farms Golf, Sheila ES, Sheila WE, Sheila WS, the Club at Renaissance, the Country Club at Woodmore, the Farms Golf Club, the Golf Club at Amelia Island, Twin Oaks Golf Course, Vero Beach Country Club, Westlake, and White Manor Country Club. So that's what we have right now. I honestly don't even know how many of these are. These are all real courses. If any of these are fictional courses. All right, so altogether, 24 courses right now. I don't know the plan for the courses yet, to be honest with you. This is just a beta. So we'll see what we're looking at. Obviously, to be more competitive, they're going to have to roll out a bunch more courses, at some point. I do like where they're at with things, but I mean, just to be honest, I mean, if you're competing against something that has 1,500 courses versus something that has 24 courses or whatever, you're just going to have to be a little bit more option-wise than that, I think. But overall, with what they've done so far with the beta, really, really cool. Really impressed with it. And I don't know a lot of these courses other than Pebble Beach and a couple others maybe, but it is definitely something that I'd like to see, obviously, additional options there as well. All right, so that's it for Game Day for today. Again, we're going to continue to roll out new content for Game Day as we get more updates. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Is it something that would be in the running for you? If you have, say, a Uneekor IXO, iMini, iMini Lite, QED, or even the new IXR, is this something that you would be wanting to use on a regular basis? Or would you consider rolling with GS Pro? Even if we added more courses, to something like Game Day. There's pros and cons to every software. I think everything has some room for improvement. But overall, the entire interface and interaction with Game Day, I'm really impressed with. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I don't know anything about pricing yet, to be honest. Like I said, I don't know what the plan is for courses. I think that there's still some work to be done to get it to the level of some of the third-party software options out there. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on overall what it looks like. We waited 3 years almost for Game Day, right? We've been talking about Game Day since PGA shows a couple years ago. So it's exciting to actually see it come out and roll out. And Uneekor's always been good about doing updates. So I'm excited to see what else comes out in regards to this. Overall, couldn't rate it higher. There's a couple little nitpicky things that we talked about in the video. Overall, really, really impressed. Let me know your thoughts again. If you have any questions on anything at any point, reach out to me, Roland at mygaragegolf.com. If you want to build out a golf simulator, if this is something you're watching this video because you're interested in doing this, I can be your go-to person for all that. Think of me as an advisor throughout the entire process. We walk you through it. Our consultations are completely free. So we'd love the opportunity to help you, let you know what we can do. And it's never anything more expensive to work with me than it would be going directly through the vendor. So we'd love that opportunity. As always, until the next time, keep on golfing. We look forward to bringing more content to you. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.